I'm pretty sure we can do it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I may have played this game a few times. There it is. This is where it all started. Watching my dad play this on the GameCube as a kid. Fucked me for life.
Resident Evil.
Playing on the hardest difficulty available to a new player. Should I play as Chris or Jill? I like both characters. I'm gonna change things up and play as Chris. Fuck it.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone, situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Haven't found it yet?
No, not yet, Brad. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo Team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo Team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin. We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare.
Poor Joseph. Dude didn't get a chance. Hi, Evil. You're the first one here today. Because I'm starting so fucking early.
Come on!
Yay.
Hey! Brad! Where the hell's he going? Chris, this way. Damn it! Make for that mansion!
I'm starting early because I'm doing this game in one sitting.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself.
And we're playing as
We
Chris.
don't know where Barry is.
Is everyone all right?
Barry. Where's Barry?
He's...
No. What was that?
I'll go and check it out.
All right. Jill and I will stay and secure this area.
Chris? Take care.
Yeah.
Also, I need to check some things. Am I not allowed to change graphics settings in-game? Rebecca got here before everyone else. Alright, well, we might as well save real quick and edit the settings. Thanks to Resident Evil 0. Well, I mean, even before Resident Evil 0. Bravo team was sent in first. Like, that's the first thing that you find out in this game. Alright, hold on. I got to check settings I forgot to check. Because I didn't realize it was going to lock me out of these. It turns out everything was set perfectly anyway. I'm just, you know, schizophrenic. I'm gonna make sure Rebecca doesn't lose her head. Alright, so as Chris, we start with a knife and no gun. Even though Chris is the marksman of his team. And Rebecca's our partner instead of Barry, and Rebecca's not as helpful. How's your 2024 so far, Evil?
Wesker? Jill? Where did they go?
Now we have a gun. Which is great because the knife sucks. Yeah, I was undecided. I almost streamed Resident Evil 2 again today to do a S-rank run on hard, but I was like, no, I need to finish Resident Evil 1 Remake. I need to actually stream through that whole game because it's Between this and the original Resident Evil 3, I've streamed all of the classics. You know, aside from those two. Missed me. Of course, I chose to play as Chris, which means we're missing out on 2 inventory spaces. Now, Chris just more or less gets a shit deal in this game. Only advantage over Jill is that he has more health. He doesn't get a lockpick. He gets a lighter, which is useful enough at the beginning of the game, I suppose. Yep, come over here. Come get me. So, I'm not going to restream Call of Cthulhu, not yet anyway. But I have an older Call of Cthulhu game we're gonna take a look at soon. We do want to go this way, I think. So there's a bunch of doors Jill can lockpick, and Chris needs to find small keys to open them. Not going that way. Alright, I guess there's only one way we can go at the moment. Or not. Is that close enough? Can I just get it from here? Perfect. So yeah, there's a 2005 Call of Cthulhu game I own called Call of Cthulhu: Dark Corners of the Earth. And I'm interested in checking it out. It's something of a survival horror game. I've only played the beginning of it, but you play as a detective who goes to he goes to investigate something going on in Innsmouth. Book of Curses, the Four Masks, a mask that speaks no evil, a mask that smells no evil, a mask that sees no evil, a mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. When all four fall into place, evil will awaken. It's the summoning ritual. Now we can explore. Yeah, that's right, motherfucker. Got you with the knife. Got you in the head. He's not getting back up. But yeah, Tormented Souls put me in the mood for this. Don't need the tutorial on herbs. Alright, fuck off. Don't try to vomit on me. Anyone still alive? Great. Special instructions for the disposal of dead bodies. We have new information regarding those beings. They may appear to be dead, but in fact they are able to come back to life. However, there are ways to prevent them from becoming active again. Currently, there are 2 known methods to cease their resurrection. Incineration, destruction of the head. If further methods are discovered, you will be notified immediately. Meanwhile, to those of you who still have the will to live, oil has been placed on the first floor of the mansion. Take as much as you need. You'll need something to light it with, which you'll need to find by yourself. Thankfully, I've got my lighter. The one advantage Chris has. I love how they came up with a way to make zombies even more of a pain in the ass to deal with in this remake. One more to burn. It'd be great if they brought some of their less used characters back in a new entry. We could have a game with all of the B characters. Barry, Billy, Rebecca. Chris's son from 6. Not Chris, Wesker, I mean. Wesker's son. Jake. Very passionate about that. Rebecca has appeared in the animated movies, but she has not appeared in any of the games. So Rebecca and Billy, they're playable in one game. Jake is playable in one game. Barry's playable in one game. And I think that's it for all of them. Old key, there it is. That's the key Chris needs to open lock-pickable doors. He needs a unique one for each door for some reason. No, 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 fuck. Maybe. I think we can go meet Rebecca already. We'll find out. Oh, dude, go down. Never mind, can't get in that room yet. The problem I have with the early mansion area when I play this game is that I've played this and the PS1 original version both quite extensively. And they tend to blend together in my memory. Yep, there we go. Another old key. Perfect. A kitchen. This remake is new? No, this is the GameCube remake. They just brought the GameCube remake to every console in like 2014. But yeah, no, this came out in like 2001. This remake is overdue for a remake. This was part of the Capcom 5, which was a deal between Capcom and Nintendo to release 5 GameCube games. In addition to re-releases of the classic Resident Evils. So 2 and 3 came to GameCube in their original form. 1 got remade, 0 got made, and then 3 other games came to the GameCube as well. As very brief exclusives. Killer 7 was part of that. There was a game called Piano. And then the 5th game got cancelled. So the Capcom 5 became the Capcom 4. Oh, and I don't know if Beautiful Joe, I think, was part of it. That might not have been. I don't remember. Sony nabbed Square, Nintendo nabbed Capcom. And then the exclusive games on both platforms ended up coming to everything anyway, after those platforms became outdated. I just want the map of the second floor. Then we'll go back to the West Wing. Wood burning. What a convenient map to carry around. It's the size of a chessboard and at least an inch thick. No, we don't need to go to that part of the mansion yet. Do we? I can come around from the other side anyway. I guess we could. I'm not going to, though. Push back from early 24 to when? You just said 2024 again. They didn't specify when in 2024. Oh, okay. Which means it'll come out 2025. No, I don't know. I mean, they might make a 2024 release. It is just the beginning of the year. I'm trying to unlock all the doors the mansion key unlocks so I can get it out of my pocket. I think I got one more to do. Never mind, this door's just not locked. But yeah, shortly after the DS came out, the original PS1 Resident Evil was brought over to the DS. And that became my favorite way to play the game. No, not the 3DS, the original DS. If you're asking if it had 3D graphics, yeah, it still had PS1 graphics. It was just on a handheld. There was a 3D Resident Evil on the 3DS, but it was an original. It the Revelations 1. Revelations 1 originally was a 3DS game. There we go, that was the last door. Key's gone. They titled it Resident Evil Deadly Silence, so you could abbreviate it to Resident Evil DS. And they added touchscreen puzzles if you played Rebirth mode. Rebirth mode basically just added touchscreen puzzles and a minigame that would happen sometimes when you entered a room, where you'd have to fight zombies off with a knife using the touchscreen. But if you played classic mode, it was just the PS1 game portably. Plant killer. Chemical. Herbs. Kerosene. Dogs. And I can't mix herbs unless I can fit them in my pocket. Alright, well I have yet to take damage, so I can't heal. I think there's an old key in here. Alright, so Jill gets to stomp on the zombie's head and it dies. I don't think Chris does. Instead, we just get his amazing face in the reflection. Chris is just gonna fist fight him. Yeah. Still haven't taken damage. We'll see how long we can keep that up. I'm gonna guess until the snake fight. And I'll be really lucky if I actually make it that far. Alright, we got what we needed that way. Let's see if we can get to the other save room alive. I also have a snack prepared for today because it's going to be a long one. Longer-ish. I'm going to shoot for 6 hours. Some kind of dog. Are you saying I'm going to eat a dog? I don't eat dog. Not a corn dog. Not a hot dog. Actually, I've got burritos. Beef and bean burritos. I haven't had a corn dog in a while. I had some Maine red hot dogs last week. Nice. I needed that, man. That was good. Good job, Chris. Alright, let me grab my snack real quick, actually, so I can have it out here. Alright. Thankfully, this game I know how to get the good ending in. Yeah, unlike Tortured Souls. But I wasn't going to use a guide on a game I'd never played before to guarantee I got the good ending. Especially with how rarely I get to play a new survival horror game that plays like a classic one. I found out today that I could apply to be, an official Capcom creator. I just want them to be, to make a Haunting Ground remake. Bring that game back. Or at the very least, re-release it on a modern platform. Okay, that guy's taken care of. Won't have to deal with him. I suppose the next thing I could do is go and get myself a shotgun. So we can have an easier time dealing with the dogs. Capcom should make me the Resident Evil 4 ambassador, specifically. Here goes the survival item. I played some Resident Evil 4 this morning in VR. I actually, thinking about it, I'm near the end of Resident Evil 4 in my VR run at the moment. If I just finish it, I'll have already beat the game once this year. Hello, Sky. How's it going? I'm glad that you just now recalled that. You know what? Let me find that video real quick and play it. Because that was so brilliantly done. That was just two people. That video was made by recording two people playing multiplayer in RE5.
Moonlight Sonata. I remember the last time I played this.
You think you can still play it?
You mean right now? I don't know. It's been a while.
Thanks.
All of those lines are in-game callouts, by the way. That wasn't added in post. The best part for me is there's two. There's the muzzle flashes lighting up the hallway, blasting light out into the room Jill's in, and there's the monster briefly getting knocked into the room that Jill's in, ignoring Jill and going back into the hallway with Chris. But yeah, someday when I stream Resident Evil 5, I'll be playing that chapter. That chapter was released as a DLC chapter, and it shows Jill and Chris's adventure leading up to events that happened right before 5. And it has you go through a section of a mansion that's designed to look like the mansion from this game. So there's a little bit of there's a short little nostalgia trip. There's also one little throwaway file that you can read in that DLC about an experiment that Spencer ran when he was attempting to clone, like to create a new virus and test out one of the Wesker clones. And that file is just like a little bit of backstory, a little bit of lore, nothing too serious. And then you fucking... years later, Resident Evil Revelations 2 comes out, and the entire game is based on that one little file. It's just like, I mean, Resident Evil 5, there's a part where you're looking at like an employee register list. And one of the names on the list is E. Winters. Well, keep in mind, E. Winters, it wouldn't be until 2017, so from 2005 to 2017, we got Ethan Winters. Whether it was intentional or not, E. Winters appears in Resident Evil 5 2008, I think that game came out, actually. Either way, it's close to 10 years before Ethan Winters would become a character. Maybe I'll do Resident Evil 5 next, because it's basically the sequel to this game. Alright. A crumpled memo. Today, Sir Spencer told me to hide something where no one could find it. Well, I had this idea. I figured if I could somehow have it protected by a dangerous animal like the vicious canine that lives here, no one would be able to get near it. As far as I can tell, the mutt is always hanging around the second floor balcony on the west side of the terrace, and he ought to come running at the sound of a dog whistle. This is where you come in. The thing is, I reckon you're the only person that can get near that damn dog without risking a serious mauling. Which means only you can put this collar on him. The object that Sir Spencer wants hidden is concealed inside. You're the only person I can trust with this. Of course, you get something out of it as well. Remember that certain item that you've always wanted to get a hold of? Well, in exchange for your services, I just might be able to get it for you. This could work out well for both of us. John Tolman. Here's the thing about Resident Evil 5 and E. Winters appearing in it, though. It could be a complete coincidence. Like, someone at Capcom just liked the name. They threw it in this cutscene where you see it for like... You see it for like a fraction of a second. In order to read any of the names on the list, you have to pause. You have to, take a screenshot, basically. So it's not like they left that in there and Chris looked at the camera and was like, E. Winters. And then the Seinfeld bass line played. And Chris wasn't evil yet. We're talking about Resident Evil 5. Yeah, Resident Evil 5 has the boulder. It has Wesker's final moments. It has Sheva. Chris isn't evil, but they play him off like he is at the beginning of 8, slash the trailer for 8. It was bait. They wanted to bait people. Oh, this fucking dog, let me tell you. He's not even a little bit evil. He's just a bad shot all of a sudden. Yeah, I'm gonna chalk that up to not Chris, because Chris isn't real, and to, it's more likely that that was bad writing, because writers are real. Unfortunately. But, yeah, no, I've talked about this extensively with Sky. 8 used the whole Chris might be evil thing as a selling point, and there was no payoff for it. It was just like, oh, we made Chris bad at his job for a day, so we'd have an excuse for a shitty story. And the town folks, yep, they make the town folks look like they're gonna be prominent, and then they kill them all in the first hour. Lady Domitresk is one of the series' weakest villains. That's, you know what, actually, that's beautiful that you brought up Domitresk. Because let's talk about the villains of Resident Evil 8 and how they were used to spread more misinformation through the trailer. Domitresk and, Donna. Anyone remember Donna? Donna was the girl who had a doll. In the trailer, they made it look like the doll acted alone. And of course, Domitresk is advertised like a vampire. So it looked like Resident Evil 8 was going to be Resident Evil's first foray into paranormal shit happening, which is, you know, as silly as these games are sometimes, everything's always explained. So I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna make a paranormal Resident Evil. Should be interesting. And then they doubled back, and none of the characters turned out to be paranormal. Domitresk turned out to be an individual who just pretended to be a vampire. I like Donna too. Her section of the game's fucking boring to play through a second time, but her boss fight's fun. I'm just curious to see what they do next, because I'm wondering if it's going to be more Resident Evil 8 or more Resident Evil 7. Oh, you fuck. I put my shotgun away. That guy didn't even wait for me. Okay, got the armor key. See? Now we can open the armor doors. Goddamn Jehovah's Witnesses, leave me alone. Let us tell you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Gotcha, you some bitch. You know, we do have those open animated emote slots we still haven't done anything with. We could have more animated emotes. Not off the top of my head, no. I'll let you know if I think of anything. Let's go get the armored key out of my inventory. Sky, I willingly played as the character with 2 less inventory slots, just to make things interesting. Look at all these doors. Wesker left some items in here for me. What a guy. He left a first aid spray and a box of shotgun shells and a handgun magazine. All to go in the bin, except the handgun bullets. I'll take those. Alright, see you, Evil. Have a good one. Oh yeah, let me go. I think there's one more door we can use this key on real quick. No, there's more. There's more, but we can check. We can do this puzzle real quick. Yay. My playthrough of this today, I'm going to refer to as a slow speed run. Alright, let's go drop some zombies. For some people, the mansion part of this game can feel like the most tedious part, but I kind of enjoy it. It's like a good slow start for the kind of game this is. Honestly, with how long it takes to get through the mansion the first time, especially the first time you play, it can almost feel like the whole game's gonna take place in here, and when you step outside for the first time, it's like, holy shit. It's like when you first leave Midgar in Final Fantasy VII. The Jehovah Witnesses are coming. Come on, break down the door. I know you can do it. They didn't get through the door. I got tired of waiting. Well, he's not getting back up. Now neither of them are getting back up. Yeah, I was talking about it earlier at the beginning of the stream, what the advantages and disadvantages of playing as Chris are. You know, he's got 2 less inventory spots. But he's more accurate with guns, so he gets crits more, slightly more often. He has more health, but gets less help from his partner character. Jill gets a lot of help from Barry, compared to Chris from Rebecca. Chris doesn't have a lockpick, so he has to find more keys. Doesn't know how to play the piano, so needs Rebecca's help to do that puzzle. Go ahead and put that fuel canteen away for a little bit. I've cleared out most of the halls. If I was an eccentric rich billionaire, I would have a scale replica of the mansion built and live in it. Keeper's Diary, May 9th, 1998. Played poker tonight with Scott and Elias from security and Steve from research. Steve was the big winner, but I think he was cheating, scumbag. May 10th, 1998. One of the higher-ups assigned me to take care of a new creature. It looked like a skinned gorilla. Feeding instructions were to give it live animals. When I threw in a pig, the creature seemed to play with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before it actually started eating. May 11th, 1998. At around 5 a.m., Scott woke me up. Scared the shit out of me, too. He was wearing a protective suit. He handed me another one and told me to put it on. Said there'd been an accident in the basement lab. I just knew something like this would happen. Those bastards in research never sleep even on holiday. May 12th, 1998. I've been wearing the damn spacesuit since yesterday. My skin's getting grimy and feels itchy all over. The goddamn dogs have been looking at me funny, so I decided not to feed them today. Screw 'em. May 13th, 1998. Went to the infirmary because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on it and told me I didn't need to wear the suit anymore. All I want to do is sleep. Found another big blister on my foot. This morning. I ended up dragging my foot all the way to the dog's pen. They were quiet all day, which is weird. Then I realized some of them had escaped. Maybe this is their way of getting back at me for not feeding them the last 3 days. If anybody finds out, I'll have my head handed to me. Rumors going around that a researcher who tried to escape the estate last night was shot. My entire body feels hot and itchy and I'm sweating all the time now. I scratched the swelling on my arm and a piece of rotten flesh just dropped off. The hell's happening to me? Fever gone, but itchy. Today hungry and eat doggy food. Itchy, itchy. Scott came. Ugly face, so killed him. Tasty. Itchy, tasty. The closet didn't open. I need the closet to open, man. There we go. I'll be back. You two have fun in there. There's no way I'm killing them fast enough with the handgun to avoid taking damage. Aw, you fuck. Give me that back. Did I really just kill them both in one shotgun shot? Alright, whatever. Don't give me the knife back. I'm happy enough with that. A tiger glowing with blue and yellow light. I love that subtle spatial sound in this game. Ah, fuck. I grabbed the gem and meant to put it in the lion statue and then totally forgot. Within minutes. Yay. Alright, time to go help Richard. He's been half-eaten by a snake at this point. Considering this game is Japanese and an old Japanese game at that, I doubt that they were able to make that joke on purpose.
You.
Chris Redfield, Alpha Team. We're here to rescue you. Richard, what the hell happened to you? Chris, this place. Get your team out of here. Demons everywhere.
Don't talk. He seems to have been bitten by a poisonous snake, but the size of the bite mark is huge.
It's not just any ordinary snake. Take my word for it.
He needs serum. I left it in another room.
I'll go get it.
Please hurry.
Hold on. I'll be back.
If you don't hurry, he will die. The DS version of this game makes you perform a CPR minigame on Richard, where you have to use the touchscreen to do chest compressions and blow into the microphone. Right. This isn't the route I usually take to get the serum, but we're here. Serum secured. You know what? I remember so fondly when I streamed the original Resident Evil 2 on N64, and I used the randomizer mode to add some spice. And by adding spice, I mean taking all of the blue herbs and cramming them somewhere that I couldn't get to until way after the poison area. Here you go, Richard.
Hope this is what you wanted.
Thank you. I'm gonna give you a shot now, Richard. Hang in there.
Here. Take it. It's a radio. Take care of yourself, Rebecca. Richard!
He's okay. He's just unconscious.
Rebecca, it's not safe here. Let's get Richard to a safer place.
Right. Richard's doing well, Chris. He should recover soon.
Good. Richard needs you now.
As soon as Richard gets better, we'll come after you.
Rebecca, you okay with a gun?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to continue my investigation.
Be careful. Okay?
Pretty sure that's the only time you hear that theme. Also, I heard my phone go off. I need to go check it. So give me just a second. Okay, nothing of any importance or significance. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay. I'm going to get the good ending, by the way. Because in this game I actually know how to get it. It's the beginning of the end, and the end of the Moonlight Sonata. We need the middle. Thankfully he's not that dumb. But if I've done my homework, we should be able to get the third part of that music sheet fairly effortlessly. Okay, that zombie doesn't even know we're here. Let's try to keep it that way. There is an achievement in this game, if you beat it using only the knife. Which means it is technically possible. Yeah, you might not be able to hear it as well as me with my headphones on, but the audio in this game is designed to tell you where the zombies are. And the auto-aim mechanic. So if you aim your weapon, your character will automatically point at any threats to make aiming easier due to the fixed camera angles. But this also allows you to reveal enemies that your character can see that you cannot. The original Resident Evil 1 did not have that feature. That was added in 3. But then it became series standard for the entries with fixed camera angle. That guy was having trouble pathing around that shelf. But here's the funny thing about that. You could just say bad AI, he couldn't figure out a way around it. Or you could be like, nah bro, he's a zombie, he's just dumb. I mean, realistically, it probably was bad AI, but at the same time, if you saw that, would you necessarily want to fix it? Your zombies behave like zombies. I alerted him. Somehow I ran right past him the other time, didn't even notice. This time I tried to sneak by and he's on to me. I played some Kenshi off stream this morning. I built up our house. I built up a bigger research table, and I've got like dummies for combat training. And I got weapons for my characters. I could open up my own shop now if I wanted to. Puzzle solved. A mysterious box. Sunshine will awaken me. Okay, so we've got, what, one more mask to find? Too slow.
This room is equipped with all sorts of medical supplies. I could pretty much treat any wound. Want me to treat your wounds?
I don't have any, Rebecca.
No, I'm okay. But if something should happen to me, I'm counting on you.
No problem. But we're very short on medical supplies, so take care of yourself.
Alright, let's see. I might as well save. Okay, ink ribbons, put away. What else do I need out? I don't think I need anything else out. I have to be extra careful with inventory management as Chris, because -2 slots, baby. And for some godforsaken reason, I decided I was going to try to make the knife useful. So, minus another slot from my usual playthrough. But you know what? So far, I've actually managed to make it work. I've definitely saved ammo with it. Here we go. Time to hear Chris's interpretation of Moonlight Sonata.
It's me, Chris.
Rebecca.
That sounded like Moonlight Sonata.
No, it fucking didn't.
Can you play? Oh, what was that?
My interpretation is off a little. Let me practice for a while.
Sure. But don't get too carried away.
Oh, I won't.
If you remember, you'll have to really reach for these memories, but if you remember Resident Evil 0, Rebecca couldn't play the piano at all. Billy had to. How far can I push this if I push it this way? That far. Okay. So she's improved a little bit. Alright, while she's doing that, there's a room I gotta go check out. Takes her a little while to master it. Just the pistol might not be the best idea, but we got this. And those are not going to be famous last words. It's Forrest from the Bravo team. There are deep wounds all over his body. What could have torn him up like this? I'm trying so hard not to reference the Gregzilla video. There was no reason to come out here, by the way. Barry? Don't scare me. That's what I was going to say. But just take a look at this. It's horrible. It looks like he was killed by crows. Let me use the herbs out here. Fuck it. I think of it every time I see that area now, even though that cutscene's only present in the PS1 version. The line delivery in Resident Evil 1 is so amazing. The original Resident Evil 1, a couple years ago, something great happened. The voice actor for Wesker in the original Resident Evil 1 forgot that he was the voice actor for Wesker in the original Resident Evil 1 until his son was playing the game and asked him. And then he had to, like, find out if it was him or not, and it was. And then the two of them played the game together. Like, I think they streamed it or something, I don't remember, but yeah, imagine playing a video game and realizing that's my dad doing the voice acting, and he's like, and then you ask him and he's like, I don't remember. Imagine a voice acting gig for the original Resident Evil, and it's such a, it's such a paycheck kind of job to the point where you just forgot about your involvement at all. And then it blows up into one of the biggest horror franchises.
Chris, I think I got it.
Practice makes perfect.
What's this?
I said that to a teacher once. The old practice makes perfect line. And she looked me dead in my eyes in kindergarten and said there's no such thing as perfect. Trevor's diary. 11 days have passed since arriving on this estate. How did I end up like this? A guy in a lab coat brought me a meager plate of food and said, "Sorry to put you through this, but it's for security reasons." That's when it hit me. It all makes sense now. There are only two people that know the secret of this mansion, Sir Spencer and myself. If they kill me, Sir Spencer will be the only person that knows the secret. But for what purpose? Doesn't matter now. It's too dangerous here. My family, I hope they are all right. I've decided to escape. Jessica, Lisa, I pray you are safe. How could I be so careless? I lost my favorite lighter, the one Jessica gave me for my birthday. Now it's going to be that much harder to escape this dark place. November 13th, the date when my fate was sealed. My aunt was hospitalized just 3 days before that. Jessica and Lisa said that they were going to visit her. I wish I could be there with them. But wait, even as I'm writing, my memory is coming back to me more vividly. Just before I passed out, I remember the men in the lab coats said something like, "Most likely your family is already." I pray for their safety. November 27th, 1967. Somehow I managed to get out of that room. But getting out of this mansion won't be easy. I have to get past all the booby traps, tiger eyes, gold emblem. I have to try and remember for my own sake. But yeah, that's like the one thing I remember from kindergarten anymore. When the two have run each other through, the path to your destiny will open. A picture of two knights striking each other. The short sword has been thrust into the breast of one knight, while the long sword has pierced the head of the other. Mansion key acquired. The shield key. I love the atmosphere in that dining room. Especially considering it's the second room you see in the game, and the first room you're given control in. Right, okay. We won't get the helmet key anytime soon, but we do now have everything we need to go fight the first boss. Also, Jill gets a grenade launcher and Chris does not. But that's okay, because that's just one less piece of shit to juggle in my inventory. And honestly, I didn't need more crap taking up my inventory. Yay. Less yay, but still. Having that path open is handy. Alright, let's go fight a boss. I would love for this game to get remade in the Resident Evil engine and play like 2, 3, and 4 Remake. But even more than that, for them to add VR to it after doing that. I know it's just, you know, I'm asking for quite a lot here, Capcom, but come on. Make my childhood dream a reality of being in this mansion. Hold on, I gotta fucking fix my glasses. Alright. Hopefully, I have enough shotgun shells to fuck up this snake. Can you believe the shield key is just for one door? Just one door in this whole mansion opened with that key. What a pain in the ass. Imagine working here. wow. Okay. That was easy. I got poisoned.
Poison.
Chris!
I need serum.
Serum. I remember seeing it. I'll be right back. Just hang in there.
Guess who we get to play as briefly? The only other time she's playable. And you know what's great? This is a day after Resident Evil 0. Give or take a few hours. Rebecca survived all that just to end up at the mansion here. I'm going for a no game over run too. We'll see how that goes. Especially with there's a part of the game where you can get insta killed. At least one part. I love getting insta dead.
How you feeling?
What happened?
You were bitten by a poisonous snake and fell unconscious. Easy.
Oh, my head's killing me.
You should be fine, because I gave you a shot of serum. But again, don't do anything...
That you wouldn't do? I'll try to remember that. I owe you one.
Thanks, Rebecca. That's it. All death masks assembled. I think I got tired of being left in that room. All right. That's all of the masks. Actually, real quick, I should burn that body so he doesn't get back up. Kind of a pain in the ass hallway to have a re-dead in. Or a crimson head, I mean. My favorite part of Final Fantasy 1 was the credits. Yo, on second thought, I want the shotgun, too, before we go use those masks, considering what's going to happen. Theoretically, not having a grenade launcher in Chris's playthrough means he should get more ammo for his other guns. Which, in my opinion, is actually a little more useful, because the grenade launcher is powerful, but you only want to use it on a couple of enemy types. It's not as versatile as your shotgun and handgun. We've got 2 knives and 3 flash grenades. So we're doing pretty good on defensive items. This is not the way I meant to go. I'm I gotta focus, man. What am I doing? What are you doing? This is not world record pace. Trust me. I'd have beaten the game already if I was world recording. World wrecking. I'm less of a world recorder and more of a home wrecker. The zombies I left out here disappeared. Or they went down into the crypt. You know, I actually enjoyed the first Wreck-It Ralph. Nice fingernails. Well, that could have gone better. Got the stone and metal object. We are through the initial mansion section, the largest hurdle in the game. I made his head disappear. Get off me. Stupid dog, you're making me look bad. I like how you say my best attempt. It's text, Sky. I'm gonna read it in what I know it's meant to sound like. But you have just introduced me to the concept of a like a new career field. I'm a text impressionist. The gate will open when the guard dog's desires are fulfilled. Hold on. There we go. Unlock the door. I love to imagine what a nightmare of a workplace this would be. Hold on, I'm gonna be late. I'm trying to get the wind to cooperate with these fucking chickens. Their healthcare plan is great. You will keep healing. You know, your wounds will heal even beyond death. So long as your central nervous system stays intact. Sign here. Weirdly specific, but alright. My last job only offered dental. Time to deal with the creepy child. Family picture. There's a journal left by someone. 19. Daddy attacked first. Mom attacked scunned. Inside red and slimy, white and hard. Not true, Mom. Where? Dunno. Dad found Mum again. When attacked Mommy, she moved no more. She's screaming. Why? Just want to be with her. 4. Mom, where? I miss you. Text speak has really digressed. It's de-evolved. The king is everywhere! One smack from her, and I'm in caution. Hold on, let me double check something real quick. I forgot something important we need to go back to the mansion and do before we move on. There's a room I totally forgot to go into. Totally. All right. Here we go. I forgot to get the wind crest. I wonder what they used, for tools to render the rooms in this game. Because I've always been fond of these pre-rendered backgrounds. And I'll bet you these rooms were rendered in 3D in something, and then images were taken of them. Open the box. All right. I gotta grab this wind crest, and then we are finally for realsies, done with the mansion. Till the end of the game, anyway. Nope. Give me this first. B. Imagine a bee that takes 2 handgun bullets to take down. You know how horrible, you know, a world like that would be. Researchers will. There is a letter. June 3rd, 1998. My dearest Alma. Let me first apologize for not being able to call you. A man wearing sunglasses didn't permit any phone calls. Sorry, Alma. I sit here trying to think of where to begin, of how to explain in a few simple words all that's happened in my life since we last spoke, and already I fail. I hope this letter finds you well, and that you'll forgive the tangents of my pen. This isn't easy for me. Even as I write, I can feel the simplest of concepts slipping away, lost to feelings of despair and confusion. But I have to tell you what's in my heart before I can rest. Alma, please believe that what I'm telling you is the truth. The entire story would take hours for me to tell you, and time is short, so accept these things as fact. Last month, there was an accident in the lab and the virus we were studying leaked. All my colleagues who were infected are dead or dying, and the nature of the disease is such that those still living have lost their senses. This virus robs its victims of their humanity, forcing them in their sickness to seek out and destroy life. Even as I write these words, I can hear them pressing against my door like mindless, hungry animals. Alma, I have tried to survive only to see you again. But my efforts only delayed the inevitable. I am infected, and there is no cure for what will follow. Except to end my life before I lose the only thing that separates me from them. My love for you. In an hour, I'll have entered my eternal sleep. Where there is peace. Please understand. Please know that I'm sorry. Martin Crackhorn. What a name. What a name. The doorknob is broken. That's too bad. Gonna have to take the long way around. Good thing I unlocked that other shortcut. I wonder what happened to those two zombies. They just fucking decided to despawn. Not that I'm complaining. Outside, Sky? Not likely. Fuck, no, I don't want to go this way yet. We gotta use the wind crest. There we go. These were items in the original that were used to open a different door. So they were repurposed to for the remake. Instead of collecting the death masks, you collected these to get outside. There we go. I've acquired the Magnum so that I can not use it till the very end. It's loaded with Magnum rounds. Thank you. That's very descriptive. This thing could be a fucking... Not that it is, but this thing could be a goddamn 22 Magnum. You know, still technically a Magnum, but very low caliber. It's not. It's definitely not a 22 Magnum. I just like that they describe it as a Magnum that shoots Magnum rounds, as though there's only one... There's only one kind of Magnum and only one caliber of Magnum rounds. It's probably like a 44. Maybe the Magnum rounds would tell me what their caliber is. I'm gonna guess 44 or 45. What are you learning, Sky?
This is Brad. Come in, Stars Alpha Team. Come in. Does anybody hear me?
This is Chris.
This is Brad. Stars Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Respond. I repeat, this is
Brad, this is Chris. Brad? Damn. Thing's broken.
Yeah, Magnum rounds are just rounds with extra punch. Although there are types of guns that only shoot Magnum rounds, and there are types of guns that only shoot regular rounds. And then there are guns that can shoot both. Like, the 22... There's 3 types of 22... Well, there's more than 3, but I'll laid out 3 types of 22 ammo. There's 22 long rifle, which is, pretty self-descriptive. It's a longer version of the bullet for 22 rifles, typically. There's 22 regular for, like, handguns and revolvers. And then there's 22 Magnum, which is got more punch, but it is still a 22 round. Any gun that can fire... You can hear the sound of a waterfall in the distance. Any gun that can fire Magnum rounds is a Magnum. But that doesn't tell you its caliber. It just tells you that it has the prerequisite requirements to fire Magnum rounds. There are revolver Magnums and more modern magazine-fed magnums. The Desert Eagle is a magnum. The 357's a magnum. The 44 is a magnum. The 22 can be a magnum. That's why, I mean, actually, even Resident Evil 2 Remake references this. In Scenario B, you get a gun that fires 45 rounds at the beginning, I believe, is its default ammo. And then after upgrading it with some parts, you reinforce part of it, and it can handle magnum rounds from that point forward. But yes, welcome to the gun knowledge segment of the stream where I talk about guns. And someone at some point is going to hear this and correct me in the comment section on YouTube 14 years from now when this is on YouTube. I own no guns, and at the same time I own 2 guns, but they're at my father's house. They're mine in technicality. I have a 410 shotgun that was bought for me when I turned 10. And a 22 rifle that shoots regular 22 rounds, not 22 long rifle. I think it was a Christmas gift, believe it or not. My first shotgun at the tender age of 10. Yeah, except I didn't want it. My dad bought it for me as a surprise. You ever get a surprise gun from your parents? Yeah, that's... You know, that's more your style. For sure. Yeah, I got a surprise gun once. 001. We're in the guardhouse. This is the second major area of the game. Giant tarantula. Let me go get my shotgun. Did you see that fucker? He was huge. No arachnophobia mode in this game. When this game came out, we used to just face our fears. From the end of a 12 gauge. What's the caliber of this? Will it tell me? Hey, 12 gauge. I don't think that's quite the case, Sky, because, you know, this game is a horror game, and the box warns you as such. And if you go on the ESRB website, it warns you in great detail. Red eye. I'm not saying games shouldn't have accessibility modes, but I really don't think, I don't think there's going to ever be enforcement of them. Shut that fucker up. I'm under the impression, by the way, we just found a book with no words. That's my kind of book. I'm under the impression that if you made it this far into the game, you know, without being bothered by anything going on, you're probably going to be able to get past the spiders, whether you are creeped out by them or not. Green eye. That fucker squirted on me and I got poisoned. You know, it's like, something that comes to mind, I guess, is horror movies. And, you know, again, thankfully you can turn to the internet if you're worried. But, if you want to sit down for a horror movie, and you don't want to know everything that's going to happen in it, you know, you want to be surprised, you're liable to see something disturbing to you. But you made the decision to sit down and watch the horror movie. If you want to know what is going to be in the movie, I mean, most modern streaming services will tell you anyway. But you can look even more in depth if you want to. However, the movie itself will not be altered in any way so that you can watch it or not. And while that's just because movies are movies, video games can offer accessibility options because of the way they work. I don't know if they'll ever be forced to. I'm trying to remember if there are more giant spiders. I don't think so. Some billiard balls. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There doesn't seem to be anything significant about the order, but there was in the original. Well, there still is, actually. We gotta light these lamps. Orange. Orange is 5. Green is 6. Red is 3. I don't even think we need this password, but I'm gonna grab it anyway. Fuck, no, I didn't want to look again. 563. I guess, to me, like, again, nothing against accessibility options, but to me, in a game like this, like a horror game, the point of the game is to be scary. If it's scaring me, it's doing its job. And I guess, me personally, if I sit down to play a horror game, if something scares me, I don't want to disable that thing because it scares me. I guess if seeing spiders crippled me to a point where I couldn't play, but I am a horror enthusiast. Yeah. Lethal Company, like, I'm gonna talk about this game and Lethal Company. So far I've been talking about this game. Lethal Company, on the other hand, while being a creepy game that's a horror game, it's also a social game, and you might not be playing it for the horror aspect so much as you're playing it for the social aspect. It makes a lot more sense to me that that game would have a setting to turn the spiders off, even if just visibly. Grounded is not marketed as a horror game. It's a 4-player game accessible to young adults. Another game that makes sense to have an arachnophobia filter. This game is marketed as a horror game. And it's single player. So you're only playing it if you yourself enjoy it. Check out what we're dealing with.
Richard!
We get spiders and thalassophobia in the same chapter in this game.
Chris, stop! No! Richard.
Richard's dead. Sharks. Big shark coming. Time to get a move on. Before we become big shark food. No, I wouldn't actually. I'm not even gonna say that out loud. It's hilarious though. Alright, these sharks suck. Also, Richard's dead because shark got him. He gets eaten by a snake or he gets eaten by a shark. Or he dies of poisoning. Alright, we're gonna have to deal with those sharks. But for now, we need to explore some more. Gotta find the control room key. That room will become a lot more manageable when we can drain the water. Plant 42 report. 4 days have passed since the accident. The plant at point 42 is growing at an amazing rate. Although there are many unknown aspects about this plant, we know that that in comparison with the other group of plants, the T-virus has had a substantially stronger effect on this one. The T-virus has drastically morphed its host anatomy, as well as its size. Looking at its current state, it's difficult to imagine its original appearance. Nowhere on Earth will you find anything like it. We also found that Plant 42 has two main sources of acquiring its necessary nutrients. One source is through its root. Somehow it has rooted itself down into the basement. Immediately after the accident, a scientist went mad and destroyed the aqua ring. Ever since, the basement has been like a pool. There's a high possibility that it's one of the chemicals in the water that's promoting the Plant 42's rapid growth. However, we have yet to determine the specific chemical. A bulb-like body of the Plant 42 has been sighted hanging from the ceiling of the first floor. We are sure that it used the air ducts to reach the first floor. Numerous long tentacle-like vines are protruding from the bulb. We believe the vines are the second means of acquiring its nutrients. When the Plant 42 senses prey, it uses the tentacle-like vines to capture its prey. After doing so, suckers on the vine drain the prey of its blood. We've also noticed that it has some intelligence. When it captures its prey, or when it's inactive, the vines twine around the door to stop possible intruders. Unfortunately, several of our scientists have already fallen victim to this Plant 42. When we heard the stories from the survivors, they all observed one thing in common. When the uniform petal-like flaps open and reveal its vital internals, it has a tendency to become more aggressive. One witness reported that it was as if it was trying to protect itself. Why it behaves the way it does is still unknown. May 21st, 1998, Henry Sarton. Is this, yep, key for 001. Let's go. Alright, I gotta run to the bathroom real quick, and then we will resume. So, give me just a moment. Wrong capture. There we are. Okay, let's see. We're gonna want to heal up. Grab our kerosene real quick. We got a body to burn. At least one. A key for the control room. Perfect. Alright, dude. Stay in the bathroom. Look, this guy hunged himself. Look, a Derringer. Suicide note. June 22nd, 1998. I had to do it. We ran from those things, helping each other to survive, but Robert started to show the symptoms. I had to do it. Those damn things are pure evil. There was no other way. He would have done the same if it were the other way around. After I put him out of his misery, I had to just leave him in the bathroom. Now I'm probably the last one. How could this happen? I'll never forgive myself for being part of this project. Eventually I'll get what's coming to me, though. There's no way to escape from this nut house. It's just a matter of time now. Everything is set. All I need is a little courage to get it done. Knowing that I'll leave many things undone is regret beyond words. But this is better than just waiting to turn into one of them. Please understand and at least let me end my life as a person. There's a message on the back. Linda. Please forgive me. Rosa Linda. There. I don't think I've ever actually used the self-defense gun in this game. Or the original. May as well put the knife away for now. Where I'm going, we won't need it. We're going on an underwater adventure. An underwater adventure? Okay, he already turned into a Crimson Head. It was too late to burn him. Great. I'll do my best to just leave him in that room then. Yeah, that's right. Fuck off. Fuck off, you shitty sharks. I love this area. It's so fucked. We accidentally flooded part of the basement here, and now there's sharks swimming around. Aqua Ring B1. There we go. An error message is being displayed. Something appears to have gone wrong while the water was being drained. There's a switch to drain the water. Press it? No, not yet. As soon as we start draining that water, the sharks are going to start fighting back. Caution. In case of a drop in oil pressure control, open valve number 2. Got it. Alright, now we can push the button. This part is intense, if you don't know what you're doing.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
So we have to attempt to close the shutters. Cannot resume drainage. Pressure shelter is locked. Release the safety. Yes. Safety mechanism for the pressure shelter has been released. You'll have to operate it by hand now. Okay. There's a control lever for the pressure shelter. Pull it.
Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
If it hits 100%, you insta-die. Oil pressure lost. Shelter operation terminated. Restore oil pressure, then release the safety.
Reaching 50% of pressure threshold. Activate emergency
safety.
drainage system
Safety.
immediately.
Turning the safety on. Safety's turned off, I mean. Lever pulled. There. The water has been completely drained. All done. My first time playing this game, I think I was at like 90% pressure threshold before I completed the task there. Yeah, those sharks are basically harmless now. The materials are labeled dynamite. They're soaked beyond use. There's the big one. And then he leaves his mouth right near the drop-off of this. Yeah, you think I'm gonna jump in there? Who wants shark for dinner? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Look, it's Richard's combat shotgun. I'm gonna have to come back for it. Better than my shotgun. Alright, where could I get a storage box? Magnum rounds. They're hollow point. I'm gonna need to go back down there with at least 2 open inventory slots. You fuck. We're almost done with the guardhouse. Can you believe it? Oh, also, I forgot to ask, but did you like my, fuck you, it's January post right at midnight exactly? I was awake and I was like, you know what? I have the perfect gag. Alright, time to drop a motherfucker. Let's go. Then we're gonna get a combat shotgun. And we won't need our old shotgun anymore. It'll be like in Toy Story. Yes, that guy's name is Jay. It should be really easy to remember because the two of us share a name. Why didn't I discard this? I meant to discard that fucking key and I hit the wrong button. Mike, Rich, and Jay. If you want their full names, it's Mike Stoklaza, Rich Evans, and Jay Bauman. I just have a way with names and remembering them. As soon as we do David Lynch trivia, Sky. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Go blow yourself. Alright, so as Jill, the next boss battle we could weaken by making the V-Jolt. Chris, however, is too stupid to mix chemicals. Maybe Rebecca can help us, but I don't know if she can. Assault shotgun, baby. Put a motherfucker down. I had no reason to do that. It's just the ammo in this shotgun's basically worthless now. Sky, you feel up for a movie tonight? Well, I figured I'd ask, because, what I'll do is I'll finish this area and save, and then I'll finish the game in one more stream. Well, and by, you know, just to elaborate, finishing this area won't take long. After this, it's back to the lab again. And by that I mean the mansion. Look at all these guns. Okay, I'm gonna have to double check these pool balls real quick. Gotta remember their numbers and colors. Five, 6, 3. Alright. Yes. I don't even remember how to do this puzzle. I am fairly certain I did it right. Fuck. Wrong room. God damn it. Alright, so in the correlation, you have this red lamp with the simple eye symbol. And then you have the red pool ball. Then you have the orange lamp, and I'm pretty sure this one down here is green. I fucking got the numbers backwards in my head. Orange is 5. Fuck. 5, 6, 3. Yay. Ordinarily, this is the room where you can make the plant killer. But Chris don't know how to do this shit. You don't know much about medicine, so there's no point in taking the empty bottle. There's something written on the wall. Bunch of fucking math. What am I supposed to do with math? I just punch boulders. A corpse with a contorted expression of pain on his face. He's holding something. He's holding insecticide. I'm about to show these bees who's boss. Alright, the bees should be eliminated. There we go. Unlock the last door here. Alright, I'm gonna go save. We'll attempt to fight the boss here next time I play. But we are just about at the halfway point of the game, I'd say. All right. That'll conclude Resident Evil for now. I'll resume it maybe this weekend, and we'll finish it. I forgot how much longer the remake is over the original. I can finish the original in like 5 hours. Or less. Anyway, until next time. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow with something. Until then, have a great night. Stay excellent. Goodbye.